Hi, I'm Grandpa Sennen, born August 64. I'm the one in the middle, on the left is my son. I grew up in Dunedin, New Zealand, now living in the Waikato region. I thought I would give you some background to my dirt bikes and riding. My very first dirt bike was a second-hand Honda SL25, which I bought when I was about 15 years old. Unfortunately, I can only find one picture of it. The next bike I bought was a brand new Honda XR200R Prolink. This was a very different bike compared to my previous bike. Going from a twin rear shock to a monoshock really changed the feeling of the riding, for the better. When I got my XR200R, my younger brother, I got my SL125. Oddly enough, my XR200R was stolen twice. The second time I never saw it again. I believe it was a muggle mob down in Dunedin who stole it. Sadly, I don't have very many images of my two bikes from that era. Back then we didn't have cell phones which could take images, let alone video. The XR200R Prolink was my main source of transport before getting a car. I did quite a bit of riding with my younger brother and our mates back in those days. This was one time we were riding down in Dunedin in the coastal forest. A very, very muddy ride indeed. That's our way of life. Outlaw country, dirty south. Boy, I'm no longer able to do that type of work nowadays. If I did, I definitely would get my son to come along to pull me out of that mess, for sure. This is my brother and I being very late to our mother's 50th birthday after this ride. She wasn't very happy, but she was pleased that we had a lot of fun. Sometime after that, I moved to Auckland and eventually got married, had kids and settled down. And for a Christmas present, my wife bought me a Honda CRF230 when I was about 50 years old. And this is where my story really starts. I rode the CRF230 for a couple of years to get my riding legs back again and eventually gave it to my son to learn on. After that I moved to my current bike, which is a Honda CRF230F. What a difference, what a bike. I love the bike. The only issue I have with that bike is I'm bloody short. I'm 5'3", which is 162 centimeters. I've lowered the seat, I've got lowered the suspension as much as I can, and yeah, I can just touch the ground, which is what I need. I do a lot of standing up when I'm riding. I keep falling off my bike. Another source of entertainment. My son quickly outgrew the CRF230F. He's taller than me, he's almost 6 foot. So I brought him same make and model, the CRF230X, which is the black bike. A lot of wisdom having the same bike, same year, for parts and understanding how to put things back together again. The upcoming videos are from the footage I've taken with my GoPro after all these years riding both the 230 and the 250X. I hope you enjoy these videos as much as I did while I was riding.